For many years, a strange story has traveled across the internet. Some people claim that NASA stopped exploring the oceans because they discovered something mysterious beneath the waves. Others say that the agency became frightened by what it found in the deep sea and decided to focus only on space. The story sounds exciting, almost like the beginning of a science fiction novel. But is it true? The real story is both simpler and more fascinating. NASA, the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, was founded in 1958 during the Cold War. Its primary mission was to explore space, develop advanced technologies, and study Earth from above. From the beginning, NASA's main focus was never deep-sea exploration. Organizations such as the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, universities and marine research institutes were usually responsible for studying the oceans directly. However, this does not mean NASA ignored the oceans. In fact, NASA has spent decades studying them. The reason is simple. Earth is a connected system. The atmosphere, land, ice, and oceans constantly influence one another. To understand climate, weather, hurricanes, droughts, and environmental change, scientists must understand the oceans. Beginning in the 1970s, NASA launched satellites capable of observing the oceans from space. These satellites measured sea surface temperatures, ocean color, wave heights, sea level changes, and even the movement of large ocean currents. While NASA scientists were not diving into the deepest trenches themselves, they were gathering enormous amounts of information that no ship could collect alone. One famous example was the Topek/Poseidon mission, launched in 1992. This satellite revolutionized oceanography by measuring sea surface height with incredible accuracy. Scientists used the data to better understand El Niño, one of the most important climate patterns on Earth. Later missions, including Jason-1, Jason-2, Jason-3, and Sentinel-6 Michael Freilich, continued monitoring global sea levels. These missions have helped researchers track the effects of climate change and understand how oceans are responding to a warming planet. The myth that NASA stopped studying the oceans may have developed because people noticed that deep-sea exploration receives less funding and public attention than space missions. Exploring the deepest parts of the ocean is extremely difficult. The pressure at the bottom of the Mariana Trench is more than 1,000 times greater than the pressure at sea level. Building vehicles that can survive such conditions is a major engineering challenge. Ironically, some NASA technologies have actually helped ocean exploration. Engineers who design spacecraft often develop tools that can also be adapted for underwater research. In both environments, humans face extreme conditions, isolation, limited communication, and the need for highly reliable equipment. Today, NASA continues to study the oceans through many programs. Satellites observe phytoplankton blooms, monitor coral reefs, track oil spills, measure ocean temperatures, and study interactions between the ocean and the atmosphere. NASA researchers collaborate with oceanographers around the world to improve climate models and weather forecasting. So why do people believe the myth? Part of the answer lies in human curiosity. The deep ocean remains one of the least explored regions on Earth. More than 70% of our planet is covered by water, yet only a small fraction of the ocean floor has been mapped in high detail. Because so much remains unknown, stories and speculation naturally emerge. Some people point out that we have mapped parts of Mars and the Moon in greater detail than certain regions of Earth's ocean floor. While this statement contains some truth, it does not mean the ocean is more mysterious than space or that NASA abandoned ocean research. It simply reflects the enormous technical challenge of mapping a vast, dark, and deep underwater world. Scientists estimate that millions of marine species may still be undiscovered. New organisms are found every year, including creatures that live near hydrothermal vents where sunlight never reaches. These ecosystems have changed our understanding of life itself, and even influenced theories about how life may have originated on Earth. In reality, NASA never stopped studying the oceans because it never truly started as a dedicated ocean exploration agency. Instead, it has consistently contributed to ocean science through satellites, technology, climate research, and partnerships with marine scientists. The truth is not that NASA abandoned the oceans. The truth is that NASA studies them from a unique perspective, from space. By looking down on Earth from hundreds of kilometers above the surface, NASA helps humanity understand the vast blue oceans that make life on our planet possible. And perhaps that truth is even more interesting than the myth.